welcome back to Toy DTV, Toy DTV, Toy DTV. Y'all, we are back for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 17, Iama Fix My Life. So we start off with Marsau and Andrea, who is the architect, black female architect. So, you know, those are not seen very often. So yeah. Anyway, her and Marsau are working on some of his projects. I believe the first set that we saw was apartments, and I believe he was going to also add on like a brunch spot, a brunch restaurant. So Marsau is building up in the North Huntsville area. I love how these people have the background and the business knowledge and the experience, and they're building up the area that they're from. They're building up a black area. They're building up a area that could stand some work. I love that they're giving back in that way. Martell shows up and he starts talking about the 47 acres, and Martell is just kind of telling him that everything is on hold. Marsau kind of felt that something was going to go wrong, and he felt like it was jinxed from the beginning because of how the deal was done. The deal was done behind his back. And also all the stuff with the marriage is not a good look when you're trying to make business moves and people are looking at you because of what they're hearing in the vlogs and everything. So that was that. Next we see Mama Holt and Melody. I love their relationship, y'all. So they get together. I'm cooking. You want some? Oh, you cooking? What? I love their relationship. Like, it's sad. I'm sure that will still remain the same, but it's sad that the dynamics has kind of changed since he's done what he's done. They sit down and Melody basically tells her that a lot of people have been affected by what he's done. She mentions that Martell has been going around to anybody who will listen to him saying that she cheated first and she cheated also. So Martell mom was like, well, did you cheat? Because I mean, we all would love to ask directly, well, did you cheat? So she did. Melody said she did not cheat. There was a time within their marriage that they had chosen to separate and divorce. And she said in between that time is when she decided that she was going to head it straight for divorce. We're not trying to figure anything out. We're just separating and getting the divorce done. So she said she talked to someone. She had moved out, got her own place, and she talked to someone for 3 weeks and did not have sex with the person. I kind of want y'all to chime in on this. Do y'all feel that that was cheating? I'm kind of old school in my opinion. If you're married and you're messing with anybody else, even if you're not having sex with a person, you can cheat emotionally. So it just depends on what people's terms of cheating is. I understand that you feel like it's over. You feel like, oh, all we're doing is waiting for the divorce. Well, in my opinion, if you are not divorced, you're still married. Talking to somebody or whatever in hopes that things will progress on to a different state and eventually become marriage, or seeking out the opportunity for marriage, in my opinion, that is cheating because you're still technically married. So what y'all think about that? I feel like every marriage is different. I feel like no two people in a marriage are the same. So it just depends on what kind of rules you lay down, because some people feel like kissing is not cheating. Some people feel like touching is not cheating. Some people, you just never know. So what y'all think? Put it in the comments for me. Mama Holt told Melody, well, regardless of the situation, I am still going to be a grandmother to those babies. Oh no, I'm not raising no babies. I would love them. And when this new one come, I'm gonna love him too. Oh, it's a him? I didn't know. It's sad because I could tell that kind of did something to her. Like, oh, it's a boy. Go over to Tisha and Marsau. Marsau is at the office and I'm not sure what he's doing, but Tisha walks in. She's dressed good. Now, somebody said that Tisha had her body done before the show or something like that. If she did, more power to her, because it looked good to me. It looked good to me. It is what it is. And everybody else get their stuff done. All these other celebrities on Housewives and everywhere else. I mean, everything you can think of has been done. So it is what it is. Anyway, Tisha comes in her fur and her black dress and heels. And she looked good. Okay. She wanted to surprise Marsau to let him know, hey, I know I've been extremely busy lately, but I want to take a moment and just tell you that I appreciate you and I love you. Let's go and see the surprise. So they go outside and she has like dinner in this big bubble or whatever because of COVID. And he's like, this is what I like. It looked like Marsau really appreciated that. So that was good. It looked like he was, this is what I really want you to focus on. And unfortunately that went left. Tisha's like, oh, so you want me to be a stay-at-home mom all over again? And he mentioned that he said something about that before they got married, that he wanted a wife that would be more focused on the children and the household and the family. So that kind of made me think a little bit, because it's like, I understand that's what you want and that's what you put out there, but as a human being, does Tisha not get a chance to live for her? I understand she's married, But does that mean she doesn't get to live her life because she chose to marry you? What y'all think? Because that kind of has me like, okay, he said it before they got married. She agreed. Now she's ready to grow, and he doesn't want all of this expansion that she's trying to do. I think Tisha's just trying to try different things to see what she feels that she would be best at. And he doesn't like the fact that it requires her to leave the house. If she could do all of that from the house, I think he would be okay. So somehow Tisha got on the brown skin girl event, and Marsau was still being positive. And she brought up this male stuff, and she wanted to hash that out with Marsau. It's kind of sad to me that Tisha runs everything past Marsau. He is wise, but some drama need to stay between you and another female. It doesn't need to go over to the male side of things. Like, it's weird. She runs everything past him, and it almost seems like Tisha does not have real friends. Tisha, we've seen her on the phone with that one girl one time. Next, we see Mel and Martell. They are exchanging the children. He wants to talk, and she doesn't. She left his mom's house. Her spirit is just bothered. It's disturbed by the fact that everything's pretty much been confirmed. The girl is pregnant with a boy. Like, everything has been confirmed at this point. She, exchanged the kids and get ready to leave, and he wants to talk. Mel is already not feeling it. And she's telling him, like, I heard something about you are trying to claim full custody. He says he doesn't want the kids traveling from state to state. Well, Mel says that Mel basically put it out there. You would have to prove that I'm unfit, and I'm far from unfit. So Mel has a good point. Mel says that she thinks he wants full custody of the kids because it's all about him. The kids make him feel better emotionally. He's emotionally empty inside. She said most things are never going to fulfill him within. And Martell rebutted and said, well, you know what? My kids always fulfill me. And she's like, okay, well, congratulations. Your mama told me you got a boy on the way. So she just threw up the peace sign and walked away. And he just stood there like. We see Maurice, Kimmi, and Jaylin. They call this meeting, talk to Jaylin about his career paths and choices. And basically, Maurice is trying to get down to what is it that you like? What is it that you are excited about? What is it that you want to do? Jaylin doesn't know yet. Jaylin hasn't figured it out yet. In my opinion, most people his age don't have it figured out yet. And Kimmi kind of said that to Maurice, like, why you did so many different things, you didn't have it figured out either. Kimmi goes hard for her son, y'all. Kimmi goes hard for her son. And Maurice is going super duper hard on him. And I think it's kind of, he's thinking it's like out of love. But if you push kids too hard, too often, it makes them just want to get away from you. And then figure it out on their own. Like, they don't, if you do too much, it's not received well. Anyway, so Jaylin just says, look, I don't want you arguing. I don't want you arguing. It's like you sitting on one shoulder, she's sitting on the other shoulder. Y'all are bickering back and forth. Look, I want to take some from here. I want to take some from there. And I want to find my happy spot in the middle. That's what I want. So Mel and Kimmi, they meet up at Destiny's retreat home. And everybody came and, they were in good spirits. Tisha came late at nighttime. I would have a problem with that because it's one thing to say you're coming. It's another thing to come way after the fact. Like you were supposed to be there in the daytime. You arrived at night and you didn't place a phone call to let me know. See, it's certain things with Tisha. Things that should be common courtesy does not come natural to her. And the fact that she said she got caught up at home with the kids. No, that's still not an excuse. Just communicate, hey, I'm still coming. I'm going to be late. Fine. The fact that people feel that they don't need to communicate that kind of stuff, but then come and feel like away because we still having fun moving on, like that's your fault. When Mel and Kimmi arrived, Mel loved the ambiance of outside and kind of being in a wooded area. Mel was just kind of thinking like, you know what, this will be pretty for an outdoor wedding. My next wedding is going to be outdoors at night. This is exactly what I want. And Kimmy's like, already? Somebody said something on Twitter. And they said, why is Melody thinking about marriage already? And I sent the simplest reply I could think of. I'm just like, well, first of all, it doesn't mean that she wants that right now. If you know you are wifey material and you know that you are a wife, you are going to be a wife. Tisha arrives and she feels like the energy is weird because they called her out about being late. And Tisha is horrible with communication. That's what I'm realizing. Everything is an attack to her. Everything is woe is me. So anyway, she feels like everybody's already carrying on without me. The energy is weird. I just want to go change my clothes. So anyway, she goes in. They're outside playing Twister. They're having fun. And then they go to a different area outside. And Ima's there. Ima is there to create some exercises. Look, I know this is a TV show, but I really wish that they could have went on this retreat without addressing anything, just to see if they can coexist without getting into it, without discussing anything. But you know what? If that wouldn't have happened, Tisha would have brought something up. But because it did happen, Tisha didn't really want to participate. Iama is a shaman, okay? I did not know what a shaman was, so I had to look it up. I've heard of it, but what is it really? They started the exercise of what is the purpose for you accepting the invitation to this retreat. Destiny's purpose for the retreat is so that at any point, all of the women can be together in the same room without it being very uneasy, be able to coexist in the same room, and we all can be mature and be able to handle that. Melody decided to accept the invitation because she knows that some people do not trust her within the group, and she wants to be able to remove the distrust and replace it with trust. Kimmi wants to fully understand her role in the group because she feels like everybody is an amazing, like as a whole, they are an amazing group of women. So she kind of want to find her place within the group of ladies. And Tisha says she wants to move forward. Okay, so that's why she accepted the invitation. Next, they had this other exercise where they had to give each other words and explain sort of what they meant by the words. So Destiny gave Melody protection because she feels like Melody is a fighter for her, regardless of the situation, regardless of what's going on. She feels like Melody truly has her back and that they truly have a genuine friendship where Melody goes hard for Destiny no matter what, even when Destiny doesn't want her to. Melody gave Tisha misunderstood. Melody explains that she feels that their relationship took a turn because of a misunderstanding. She feels like they talked it out and it was her not being available, and Mel just kind of explained she wasn't available because she had her own stuff going on. It had nothing to do with Tisha. So Tisha was accepting of that when they showed the flashback. But according to Tisha, at this moment, it has nothing to do with that. And it's all about what Mel has said about her husband on social media. So the response that Tisha gave was that she thinks it's a bunch of BS. I feel like Mel was very mature with that because I do feel like it is a misunderstanding. But I also feel like it's a lack of maturity on Tisha's end. And because of what happened right after that, also on Mel's end. I feel as though Mel was being honest and open. Tisha's just not feeling it. But Mel really gets in an uproar behind Tisha calling it some BS. And she just gets to like, I don't know what all of that is about, because I'm just thinking I'm just thinking about the way I handle stuff. All I can say is I do not know how deep and how long of a friendship Tisha and Mel has had. Apparently it's been a long time, because for the average person watching this, I don't think they would feed into anything that Tisha says. I don't think, for me, she would just be talking to herself. When she comes back negative after I put out a positive, she would just be talking to herself. I wouldn't respond. I wouldn't care. I would let her say what she want to say, think what she want to think, because Tisha already looks like a fool. So it's like when you flare up worse than she does, it almost is like you played right into it. Like, let her be crazy. Let her throw her tantrum. But it almost seemed like Melody is sort of hurt that she doesn't have Tisha as a friend anymore too. And that's a little weird to me. But again, if it was a true, genuine, deep friendship, maybe she is truly hurt. But I wouldn't have stormed off. And I wouldn't have responded back to her. I would have let her sit right over there and look stupid. I would not have the energy to give Tisha the way that Mel gave her all that energy. Like, I'm a little disappointed in Mel for that. Like, the scene was super annoying. It was super annoying. Like, it went left when it was time for Tisha to talk, because Tisha came with some negative, I think it's a bunch of BS. Okay, Tisha, you can think it's a bunch of BS. Next question. Like, I would have just, why give her that same energy that she's giving you when y'all are on a retreat? I would have let her go home. Forget that. I would have stayed and enjoyed my time with my girls, and she would have been the one going home. No. So y'all, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Because Tisha's saying that it's the messages that Mel wrote about the marriage. And I'm gonna say this, I know this is coming up, but if Tisha does not know that Marsau cheated on her, or if Tisha doesn't want to outright say that Marsau cheated on her, that is her right. Mel, you don't have the right to shove that in her face the way she did you. Just because she did it to you and everybody knows that it's true and you are saying that it's true, does not mean that you get to do that back. That's not how that works. You accepted your truth and you walked in it. that doesn't mean that the next person's going to do the same thing. And it is what it is. It's her marriage. If he is, I honestly don't care. If he is, he is. If he's not, he's not. I don't think it's going to change anything in their household. Y'all, that was it. Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 2, episode 17. Y'all, put it down in the comments what y'all think. I hate to see them bickering, man. I wanted them to go. I knew this wasn't going to happen because it is a TV show. It is production. And they would rather have fighting and bickering versus everybody getting along. But I really do feel like this group of women could get along. It's just that Tisha's always on the defense. Tisha's on the defense with everybody. The only person I have not seen Tisha on the defense with is her mom. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, I will see y'all next review. There may not be a Married to Medicine this week. I don't see many views on those, so I'm still thinking about it. I'm not sure. If you have not already, follow me on social media. That is where I post everything about video releases and random questions of the day. You can participate in that. Thumbs up the video, like, comment, subscribe, you guys. And I will see y'all next time.